Do you think you can start calling the Sean-like predictions a prediction?
Y'all are dead set on ruining everything I love.
I love that so much.
A prediction. I do like that. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.
Happy holidays, Wikimaniacs. My name is Josh Shell, and tis the season to judge who's been naughty and who's been nice. And what better way to do so than on Am I the Asshole Fridays? Joining me are my judges, Sean Salvino and John Consignato. What is up, guys?
Overruled.
Hello.
Objection.
Justice Salvino is here.
Justice Salvino. Wow, I like
Hey,
that.
if you work your way through a lawyer / professional wrestler, you could be a judge someday.
There you go.
You could be the champion of justice one day.
Oh,
Ooh.
beautiful. That turned me on a little bit.
Your name can be the judge. That's your
Hammer me, daddy.
You just hold a gavel and you just gore people with it.
The gavel. That'll be the name of my finishing move.
Oh, I like that.
I like it.
Justice hit him with the gravel.
The gravel?
Wait, what is it?
It's a gavel.
Gavel.
Gavel?
Gravel's just
me.
sand.
Throw Tums at them.
I'm a long ways away from being a lawyer or smart.
I don't know about the smart thing. You're pretty close.
I'll appreciate
Yeah.
that.
All right. So on today's episode, we have a dad who refuses to help pay for his daughter's wedding. A husband doesn't want morning baby duty. A sister wants to name her daughter after OP. And we have a Thanksgiving plan canceled along with an update. After that, we roll into the Patreon exclusive stories where we have a rejected Christmas cookie that causes a conundrum. And we have a bride that wore white on her own wedding day. How dare she?
Wait. Okay.
We'll get there, Sean. It's the last story. We got like another hour before we get there. But
We got a long way.
if you want to hear those last two stories and get ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network and sign up today. Is there anything you guys want to hit on before we jump in? Any house
I
warming?
do very quickly. It's the rare occasions that I look into the comments on YouTube, but something that stuck out to me really good today. This is from today's episode from, well, technically
It's
today's new episode.
yeah,
Last day is today.
it'd be last week's episode, last week's Monday episode.
There you go. So it's the I've been dating my dad for months episode with
yeah.
Paige. So shout out to Paige for joining us. She did amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The comment is from Pascal Lewis, and it just read, for John, cause puns, do you think you can start calling the Sean-like predictions a prediction?
I was gonna read that one too. That's hilarious.
Y'all are dead set on ruining everything I love.
I love that so much.
A prediction. I do like that. Damn. I'm shocked we hadn't connected those dots before.
I am thoroughly disappointed at myself for not coming up with that.
Yeah.
So all credits go to Pascal Lewis. Hopefully I'm saying your name right.
Yeah.
What have you
they
done,
come-
Pascal?
What have you
What
done?
have you done?
From a Pascal of 1 to 10, that was an absolute banger of a 10.
God, there it is. He's back. Sean's predictions have been off though the last
It's
few
been
weeks.
off. As soon as everybody said that I was good at it is when I immediately lost it.
That's true.
It's going to be a deep cut, but have y'all ever seen Surf Ninjas?
Oh, I have not.
No.
No, it's like a super 90s, early 90s movie where all the main characters are Filipino looky, so it's live.
Oh, okay.
Do y'all know Rob Schneider? He's like in all these
Yes.
Adam Sandler movies. Yeah, he's in there too.
Anti-vax or something now, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, before the vaccine, he was in that movie. And yeah, he pretty much like his whole gimmick to the movie, he would say like, what if this scenario happened? And then it would. And he's like, oh my God, do I have powers? What if I lose these powers? Shit, I lost my powers. That's what I feel like right now.
You got hyped up too much, man.
Yeah, we did hype you up. There was
People
a couple
gave me
episodes.
Too much credit.
Well, you were hitting every episode for a while there. You were just.
You had a nice streak going on.
I think it was your month that you were there every episode. That's what it was, Sean. You take a break every once in a while and you lose it.
Yeah. Sean's version of Linsanity. So
Yeah, it was,
Former
it was hot.
Rocket, right?
All right,
Former
Sean,
Rocket legend.
You're on the bench. We're bringing Paige back.
Wow. Hurtful.
Damn. Good call out for that comment, John. I love to see it. Also, Kevin was the star of that episode. Apologies to
Behind
Paige.
me sleeping, so don't wake him up.
He was
It's so hard
adorable.
to put him down sometimes. It's
Aw.
like a real baby.
Who's more clingy, you or Kevin?
Both of us combined.
Tied.
We're gonna be like stuck together all the time. So I'm his
How's Chloe
person now.
reacted? How's she been?
Chloe don't care. She's right there next to me though.
Oh,
Chloe's my wife's dog, so she doesn't care much about me.
she's like, oh, the other human's taking care of me right now.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, let's hop into our first story of the day. If you guys are ready.
Ready?
Let's do
All
it.
right. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter I will help her out with her next wedding? And this one comes from, it's cross-posted on our subreddit, comes from midscore. And
There's two mid scores.
Wait.
well, it's midscore and then it's hyphen, but I like to call it midscore. And Turtles Can Fly 7. It comes from both of them.
The goats.
The goats, yeah. So what do you guys think?
It's kind of nice that you're helping out your daughter.
But it also implies that you did not give a shit about her first wedding. Like if this was said at wedding number 1, like I'll help you with your next wedding, that's kind of fucked up. Like the
Oh,
first
yeah,
wedding,
I
the
didn't
first
even
marriage
catch
isn't
that.
even over.
Yeah, that's funny.
I didn't catch that. Good shit.
Like doing your vows. It's like, yeah, I didn't help well with this wedding, but don't worry, the next wedding I got you.
Yeah, in the fucking best man speech or something. I'll help you
Yeah.
out with the next one. Oh,
God damn. What do you think, John? You said you didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, but I didn't catch that what Sean just mentioned. So
Could be bad.
I could be wrong.
bad.
I've been off the past few weeks.
let's see
That's-
if your prediction is right this time.
All
around.
right.
God damn it.
Let's look into that crystal ball and see if he's correct. So, my male 57, daughter 32, has been divorced thrice already. She got married at 25 to the love of her life. I have given her $15,000 as a help for the wedding. The marriage lasted 3 years, and then she married the love of her life when she was 30 again. And I
So
have given
another love of her life.
another love of her life, yes. And I had given her $5,000 for a much smaller, more intimate wedding, and the marriage lasted 1 year. She married that guy and got pregnant and then divorced before my grandson was 1. So 1 year, which makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
She has again met the love of her life and needs money for the wedding. I said I would help her with the next one. Now
I
she's
was right. I'm back, baby.
Now she's crying to her mother, calling me an asshole for not believing in her future. I have managed to stay married for 33 years. It's not that difficult. My wife wants me to make peace by giving her some money, but I think it's a waste. Your call. Am I the asshole for my bad attitude towards my daughter's relationship?
I don't think so, bro. Your daughter got a track record, and we don't know the situation. Maybe the husbands have been assholes too. But
True.
at that point, bro, stay fucking single or just elope. Like, go and get married at the court. Ain't
Yeah,
nothing wrong with
eloping
that.
is way cheaper for sure.
Yeah. And then celebrate in like 5-10 years when you're for sure stuck with each other, or like, then have a big wedding. But it seems like it's kind of a cycle. It's like you're upgrading a new phone every time. Like at this phone.
You don't know
I mean,
anything
at
about
this-
that, John.
Yeah.
3 years. That is the time it takes for John to
cycle. The
replace
The
a
cycle,
phone.
right?
Yeah.
It took me
3
8 years to upgrade a new phone. So I know what it's like to
So
stay
your
with
wife,
the same phone.
your wife doesn't have to worry.
Nah. That's my upgrade for life, baby. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. At this point, the dad is being financially drained for something that sounds like an occurrence. So I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. What about you, Sean? You predicted it basically. So
So if this is strictly like a math equation, like I did this, am I the asshole? Like no context, saying that, like I said, before the wedding happens, I think makes you an asshole. But also the daughter's an asshole for asking for money when she's like, how old are you at this point?
she's
You gotta be
33,
Like mid.
Yeah, you're 30.
Solid.
32. I don't know.
Old enough.
32,
Old
sorry.
enough to pay for your own wedding. And then old enough to also know if you can't afford the vision that you have for your wedding, you gotta
Don't have it. Yeah.
you gotta change the vision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't expect anybody, like even at your first wedding when you were 25, you shouldn't be expecting anybody to pay for anything. You know what I mean? Like
That's
if
fair.
somebody decides to give you money out of the kindness of their heart, then yes, you can accept. When we got married, we didn't go to our parents and be like, hey,
Same.
pay for this, pay for that. They were just
Yep.
like, oh, we can help with this or we can help with that. And if they hadn't have come up to us, then that's cool. That's, their decision.
Sean would be begging you guys for more money on his Venmo.
No, I would be an adult and just change my expectations for
Yes.
my wedding.
Correct.
Look at that.
But yeah,
Wow.
I think the dad is an asshole for saying that because obviously not a great thing to say.
Yeah. you could have said it better. Where
You could have
been
just
like,
said it better and not been a dickhead.
Yeah.
But also, daughter's an asshole for expecting and asking for money.
Yeah, I'll get in some comments after this, but I think just initial thoughts. You're not the asshole because of the whole situation, but you are an asshole for saying the next marriage, like implying there will be a next one. That
there
kind of
will be, it
sucks.
seems like.
Yeah, like Sean said, if you had just described it in like a way, hey, I've already given you $20,000 for 2 weddings.
Yeah.
I don't have any more to give you. Either elope or find the money yourself, kind of thing. Don't expect me to keep paying for these weddings. That would have been, you would have been like, you're not an asshole, but you're kind of a dick for saying that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, there are a couple comments here. So our listener Lemire's commented on the cross post on our subreddit and clarified that OP said that he and his wife are also taking full-time care of his grandson. The grandson lives with them and the daughter does not. So the 1-year-old.
Oh, you're asking for a lot when your parents are already raising your child.
Yeah.
Full context, I erase the asshole label.
Yeah, because that's thousands of dollars a year just to take care
not
of
great
a
to say,
child.
but you are raising their child.
Yeah.
That's that's a
even
lot of
just-
money already. What is it, like $50,000? I don't know what they say. What is it, like $30,000 a year to raise a kid? Some shit like that.
Jesus.
Not even the just the money or the financial situation. It's the time and the energy it
burden.
takes to raise
Yeah.
a fucking child.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm right with you, Sean. I think not the asshole at all now with that context. And then one more comment I wanted to read that I just thought was funny. It's on the original post. Now_villager commented, your daughter's marriage success seems to be in direct proportion to the amount you contribute to her weddings, where 1 year equals 5,000. So if I'm right, for her next marriage to last as long as your own, you need to invest $165,000.
Hey, yo, that's a lot of money, bro.
Oh, I just thought that was funny. So
Is this some sort of a Western culture where the father's dad or the daughter's father has to pay for?
yeah,
wedding?
I
Is
think
that
it
a thing?
is. Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
it is. I mean, I think nowadays both sides usually contribute.
Yeah.
But even in that case, I think it's just don't pay for a wedding. Go to a courthouse. It's cheaper.
Exactly.
All right. So not the asshole. And we're going to move on to our second story. This one is listener submitted, cross-posted on our subreddit, and it's from Gracie_win. Am I the asshole for asking for a morning off from my baby on the weekends? John's like, I've been taking care of a child for a
much.
week now.
I don't think so. Just because the way I see it, someone might want to take fitness classes on the weekends where it's like only in the mornings and that's like the only time that they can go. I'm
Okay.
gonna say
Okay.
no. You need room for your hobbies or other shit to do.
Fair enough.
Call me sexist. If OP is a man, he is an asshole. If OP is a
Oh.
woman, not the asshole.
Okay.
No
I-
context given. That's just
Sean's got a bias on this
hard
show.
fast the rules. Yeah, I do have a bias. The woman pushed a child out of her vagina. You don't
Or
have a
stomach
say in it
to get
as
a
the father
C-section.
or the C-section. Either
Yeah.
way, not a great situation to be in. You know what
Carried
I mean?
it for 9 months. Yeah. true,
Carried it
though.
for 9 months as well. If you're the dad, you have no say, I think.
Okay.
In most situations.
Okay. Yeah, you can suggest things, but you don't have final decision maybe.
Yeah. Especially if it's a workout in the morning. I would be like, I'm sorry, you're going to get fat. I don't know what to say.
Just lift the baby. Just curl
Yeah.
it.
You better find something else.
Yeah. Okay. I like that prediction.
No. No.
That's thinking, buddy.
All right. So let's get into the stories. My wife and I have a 6-month-old baby girl. So
You're the asshole.
He's She's mostly a stay-at-home mom, works 2 half days a week, and her sister watches the baby. I work full-time and go to school 1 day a week. We've always had an arrangement where she takes care of the household duties, cooking, cleaning, and now the baby care, while I happily support her monetarily. However, we are both living our dream life, and my wife does an absolutely spectacular job taking care of me and our little one. On the weekends, we share baby duty. We usually make sure each of us gets our own alone time to do whatever we want. However, our girl has hit a bit of a sleep regression, waking up every 2 hours. Since my wife breastfeeds, she's always taking care of the baby full time overnight. She's a light sleeper and unfortunately has insomnia, whereas I'm a deep sleeper and wouldn't wake up for baby cries anyway.
I'm feeling this prediction is going my way.
Hey, oh, look at you. You said it.
Fully accepting it.
Pained me to say that. Hurt to come out of my...
I'm clipping that, and that's a new button on my Roadcaster.
No.
Prediction.
Recently, my wife has been asking me to wake up with the baby both days on the weekend so she can get an extra hour of sleep. The baby wakes up around 7 a.m. I get the baby dressed and take over for that hour. But sometimes I want to be the one that gets to sleep in for an extra hour. I brought this up to her and she says, well, she's happy to let me nap during the day. She really needs that hour because she can't nap like I can. We got into an argument about it and she said I'm being very insensitive when she knows she is very exhausted and can't nap during the day, and she struggles going back to sleep every time the baby wakes up. But I'm exhausted too. Work wears me out and school days are long, and sometimes I want an hour in the morning. I don't want to spend my off time napping. I want to play video games and chill out. I've gotten mixed.
I was right 2 for 2, baby. It feels good. It feels good.
I've gotten mixed opinions on who is in the wrong here, or even if there is anyone in the wrong. Am I the asshole for asking us to share mornings off for sleep?
I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah.
Got him. Quick draw.
Quick draw, Sean. We can burn through like 20 if we just have Sean predict everyone. All right, John, give us your reasons why.
Asshole in a sense of, I'm going to stick with the original thing where I said earlier, where if it's something like scheduled, where it's like, okay, I have to go to this certain place at a certain time, whether it's an appointment or a reservation. If it's a hard line set, let's say at 7 a.m., hey, can you take over just so I can attend here? I think they should find a way to compromise with that. But hearing just within this context, within this story alone, it seems like the wife is already doing majority of the work in terms of like breastfeeding the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the wife was like, hey, I'm willing to compromise with you. Like, I'll still do it, but I'll give you an opportunity to nap later on. So she's presenting a solution already to the problem that he has. And he's just being dickish about it and saying like, well, I can't flex my video game time till later. Motherfucker, if you got kids, you're probably not going to be able to play video games. I got a puppy and I can't even play video games anymore. So imagine a damn kid.
Like, you can be flexible with video game time and watch a baby.
You
They're not doing anything.
You can game whenever. You can have a kid sitting in or like laying in front of you while you're playing games, and whenever they cry, just stop. So you're dickish on that because you're hard set on doing something that can be flexed, and you're not giving your wife an opportunity to take a break and rest her body, because breastfeeding, I imagine, is exhausting. So give your wife a break because you didn't do shit in the past 9 months.
Yeah. Give her a Kit Kat.
There you go.
So I've never, obviously, the three of us have never breastfed, but I have friends with children, and when they've explained breastfeeding to me, it's like, especially when they have teeth, they're literally fucking
I bet.
Latching on.
biting down, dude. Like, that can't be good. And then I know there's like problems with like when they, bite down too hard, you have fucking bleeding and shit. I'm just like, so you could play video games? She's going through that, and then you're gonna fucking complain about 1 hour of sleep because of video games?
Yeah.
Boom, shut the fuck up. You're an asshole. Even I'm doubling down. Even if it was a fucking hard set scheduled thing, you gotta find something new. She's already not sleeping because she's waking up every 2 hours to breastfeed. She's asking you for 1 hour in the morning, dude. Let's say, she's getting the regular amount of sleep in 8 hours, but she has to wake up every 2 hours to breastfeed. So that's already woke up 4 times. I can't do the quick math, but essentially she's not getting, she's spending more time awake in the night breastfeeding than you are in your 1 hour to wake up early. You know what I mean? Like, the math ain't mathing out. You're complaining over something that's much less than what she's going through. Stop being a dickhead.
Yeah, you kind of started going on what I was going to go to. Like, she's waking up, she's got the night shift covered. All she's asking is that you cover the morning shift, which I think is reasonable because by the sounds of it, she can't sleep during the day. And so if she's up a lot during the nights and then she has trouble going back to sleep after, like Sean said, she's probably maybe, if she's lucky, getting 4 hours of sleep. And then with that extra hour, maybe 5. You know what I mean? And so you can nap during the day. And you made this decision with your wife to have a baby, go through with it. And that means taking some, you lose some of your video game time. You lose some of your morning. It's the compromise you make with having a kid. She's compromising by always watching the kid. You know what I mean? When you're not home all night. And so this 1 hour, she's like, hey, can you stay up or can you get up and take care of the baby for me? That's it. Like, I think you're 100% the asshole for making a big stink of it.
Also, to add one more thing, he talks about how he's exhausted from work and from like school and whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of diminishing the fact that being a stay-at-home parent isn't
exhausting.
Isn't work.
Isn't exhausting. It isn't like she's not equally tired, if not more than, because as opposed to, actual work, stay-at-home is 24/7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to, there's no straight cut off work to, at home leisure time. It's kind of like all the time you're worried about shit. So yeah, he's just for a multitude of reasons, not being very empathetic to her, pretty much like life and schedule.
Yeah.
I was talking to my wife about that. I'm like, dude, like right now that I'm pretty much doing everything around the house, I'm like, I don't want this deal. Like, it is hard. Like, I feel like I'm more exhausted doing stuff around the house rather than being at work. Like at work, I could just be like 8 hours, shut the fuck up, leave me alone.
Yeah.
And then I could turn my brain off. But like if your house is and your surroundings around your house is all you take care of, there's always something that you're doing. I'm like up like 14, 15 hours a day, like just trying to do shit around the house. I'm like, oh my God, things are never done.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what stay-at-home parents like have to go through because that's a lot of work.
It is. And then on top of that, like a full baby.
A kid,
You're
exactly.
Kids.
And she works, 2 half days a week.
Two
so
half
it's
days,
like,
yeah.
It's
It's not like she's not bringing home the bacon. She's contributing and doing some more.
Yeah, she's got a very busy schedule, just like you do.
So
And also,
Compromise.
I have friends that are like looking into Montessori's and like, daycares and shit like that and like nannies and stuff like that. Dude, you know how much money she is saving your family right now?
Oh, true.
Yes.
Yeah.
An insane amount. It is like Montessori's or like daycares or whatever is like sending a kid through college right now. It's so stupid.
Well,
Very, very expensive.
and like presumably she's American and doesn't have mat leave, but if she did, then she'd still be making money while being at home with the baby. Ideally, mat leave would be everywhere, is what I'm saying, so that you guys don't have to worry about the money as much, and you can, don't have to work quite as much. But anyway, that's a side note. But you're the asshole. Do what your wife says, because her life is probably 100 times harder than yours right now. So yeah,
And has been for the last
I was gonna say, I have this
9
crazy
months
story.
prior to this.
yeah,
I've had this buddy in like one of my past works where like they just had twins, like a set of twins.
oh God,
And what they did was just like, there are times when I want to play video games. So this dude is like a tech savvy dude, right? So what he did is he went to his bathroom, those in a mirror. Like he was able to install like a little TV within the mirror. So when he takes a shit, that's when he plays like a round of Call of Duty. So it's like a 15 minutes here and there. So if he needs to poop, like he can just play. So he can get out his gaming out of his way. I'm like, dude, that's like modern problems
Genius.
requires modern solutions and modern
So
warfare,
he's-
apparently.
But also
So-
hilarious that there's a mirror directly in front of the toilet.
yeah,
It's funny
that
to
is
me.
funny. I wouldn't want to look
I-
at myself. I'll do.
I do. I have a mirror in front of me when I'm taking a shit. I'm just like,
This is what you look like.
TV would be great right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy is shit talking while taking a shit.
I like it.
We're here.
Josh's pun game is leveling
that a
up like
pun?
his Pokemon.
I don't know. Maybe it is.
Wordplay. Let's go with wordplay.
Okay, wordplay. I like that.
Yeah. Leveling up like his Pokemon, baby.
Yeah,
Proud of
there
you,
we go.
Josh.
There we go. All right. So with that, we're going to hit a break and then we're going to come back and we've got 2 more Am I the Asshole stories. So stay tuned. It's never too early to play holiday music and it's never too early to start thinking about gifts. Whether it's for a friend or for the friends in your pants, you can make this a season to be jolly with Manscaped. Do your little drummer boy a favor and use the Lawnmower 4.0 to avoid another silent night in the bedroom. Then add in Manscaped's top-of-the-line shower products to have people thinking, all I want for Christmas is you. Jesus, Manscaped is killing it with these lines. Santa cares about his sack, and so should you. Look nice when you get naughty by going to manscaped.com and using the code REDDIT for free shipping and 20% off. The Manscaped Platinum Package 4.0 is a one-stop shop for the man who deserves it all. It has everything needed to help you deck the halls from your face to your balls just in time for the mistletoe season. The Platinum Package has each product from the best-selling Performance Package, plus Ultra Premium Body Wash, Ultra Premium 2-in-1 Shower and Conditioner, and Ultra Premium Deodorant. It's the best way to smell fresh from your Santa hat to your candy cane. The Lawnmower 4.0 Body Trimmer and the Weed Whacker Nose and Ear Hair Trimmer feature proprietary advanced skin-safe technology to protect your delicate presence. Plus, both are waterproof, so there's no issue clearing the snow out of your driveway. There's also a 4,000 LED light on it so you can light the way like Rudolph. Now that you've groomed your candy cane, it's time to make sure you don't smell like a reindeer with the Platinum Package shower products. All the Manscaped shower gear is sulfate-free, vegan, and is made to have your skin feeling hydrated and smelling fresh. But smelling good doesn't stop at the shower. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner can solve the stank problems all day long. Once they touch your sack, you'll never go back. The Platinum Package 4.0 sitting under the tree is guaranteed to put anyone in the holiday spirit. And for the perfect stocking stuffer, add the brand new Body Buffer, which is an incredible body scrubber that makes exfoliating easy and a lot cleaner than that old loofah. So go to manscaped.com, get 20% off with free shipping using the code Reddit. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and using the code Reddit. Manscaped, get your jingle balls ready for the holidays. And we're back.
Is this an asshole, John? Is that what that was?
Is this
Oh, are those glasses?
I was staring through the bowl.
glasses so you can see the
two.
assholes?
2 anuses.
So we've got one asshole, one non-asshole, if anyone's keeping score at home. Sean is 2 for 2. Again, if you're keeping score with his predictions.
I like it. I love that sort of thing. Oh, can I make a shout out real quick from one of our patrons sent us a message and I thought it was hilarious. Ooh. So speaking of taking counts of assholes or not, one of our should I say their name? I shouldn't say their name.
I don't know what the context is, so I don't know whether you should say their name or
well,
not.
no, because one of our patrons left a DM on our Patreon messages. It said, "P.S." They had a whole ass review, but it's that's the one I sent it to you guys. That's giving shout out to Alex as well. They put, "P.S. Yeah. I've also turned the Am I the Asshole episodes into a drinking game with my friends. 2 shots for every asshole, none for non-assholes, and a swig of beer, wine, whatever. Every time Josh says sorry or a boot, because we love the accent. LOL."
I don't know. I'm sure this was everyone. I didn't think I had an accent until people started commenting on it. And now I'm self-conscious every time I think about it.
No, people love it.
Oh, no. I'm just like, now I'm just overthinking it now.
Oh, just aware of that.
Yeah.
Know.
I'm like, oh, did I say that weird or?
Yeah.
Well, now you should be saying it even more.
Yeah.
That was from Jory, by the way. So shout out to Jory. Sorry if I butchered your name, Jory.
They're hammered right now.
They've only taken 1 shot. There's only been 2 assholes so far, or 1 asshole
funny.
so far.
I want a Reddit on Wiki bingo card where it's like,
oh, you know what? It's funny that you read that. I already said that. I was actually thinking about making.
Oh, that'd be good. Submissions. Submit some ideas to John
Yes.
on what should
Things
be on
that
the
we
bingo
commonly
card.
say.
Yeah. Get therapy's got to be on there. But
There's got to be a fist bump.
a fist bump is a good one. Yeah.
There's got to be a fist bump.
Oh man.
Sean's Venmo.
Sean's Venmo. A lot of it's going to be Sean, I think. But
Yeah, I think so too.
I have a lot of gimmicks, guys.
a lot of bits going on. All right, let's hop into our third story. So this one's listener submitted again on our subreddit, and it comes from user Fox Died.
Oh no.
Rest in peace.
DYED.
Fox.
So it's like,
Oh, fun colors.
yeah, it's fun colored Fox. That's what. So, am I the asshole for not wanting my sister to name her baby after me?
Depends if the name is unique or it was that circumstance where the whole accident thing. I think you guys did that. Was I with you guys?
Well, that was when they tried to name the baby after the miscarriage. The name they had for the
miscarriage.
miscarriage.
Yeah, miscarriage.
That's what it was. Yeah,
I don't think I was.
This
I don't
is
think I
just
was in
straight
that
up
episode.
living sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. They're
Which is kinda
writing the
strange.
story. So, well, it could be brother. I'm not sure yet.
Yes.
But have you guys ever had anyone named after you?
I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
That's cool.
this sounds snooty, but in the Philippines, my family is decently well off.
Oh.
Or at least one side of my family. And I don't see any of that in America. If I stayed in the Philippines, I'd probably be fucking swagged out. But
Damn.
we
Sean's
came
moving.
here. Yeah. But whenever we would visit, we had like a driver that drove the family around and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I was
Wow.
like, I was always super nice to him every time I visited. And then he named his kid after me.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How do you?
Or
how do
he
you-
just really liked my name. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair too. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Honored. Great honor.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't ask me for permission, but also this is somebody I, would see I don't know, we wouldn't go to the Philippines that often. I think I went only twice, and I haven't really been, I haven't been back since. So,
Damn.
It would be different from a sister that you see literally like every day or whatever, and be like,
That's true. A little
see all
different.
the Instagram posts and be like, oh man, that's kind of weird.
So Sean, what if this guy is just training his child to take you out and become the original Sean?
Go for it. There's not much to my name. It'd be kind of a waste for you to do all of that
Here's
work.
my debt.
You can have all my debt. I got
Yeah,
way
you
too
can
much.
have all of that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I honestly didn't think you guys would say yes. So that's cool.
Is yours also a Filipino thing, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it happens. It's more common over there.
Names just might be like more like in Western culture. Maybe it's just more particular. Like, oh, I don't want to have any memories of the person that I'm giving this name to, which is I feel like is a Western sentiment. And then like maybe, I don't know. Again, I haven't been to the Philippines since 2001, but maybe just in other cultures, the name doesn't really matter that much.
Okay.
Maybe.
Could be.
I'm just taking a wild guess.
To be fair, all of our names.
Because I have the same name as my cousin, like first and last name as a cousin.
Wow.
wow.
And
That's
I'm just
crazy.
like, okay.
Yeah, like all of our first names are pretty common. So I imagine.
We're basic bitches, pretty much.
Yeah, we are basic bitches. All right, well, let's hop into it and see if this person is or is not the asshole. I don't know if we made predictions, but did you want to make a prediction before we hop in?
Yeah, fuck me. I will say you're not the asshole. Well, yeah, I'll say you're not the asshole because being with your, like, if you spend a lot of time with your sister, like, it's weird that she didn't like ask for your consent and take it.
True. That's
You
fair.
know what I mean? That's weird.
Okay, I like it. So let's hop into this. I was dating this guy for a few months. It was serious, but not crazy serious. We didn't live with each other, but we did discuss it and our future together and such. I really liked him and wanted a future with him. My boyfriend's friend had a party, and I wasn't supposed to be able to come, but I managed to get off work early. I was looking around the house to find him, and I found him in a room having sex with my sister.
Hey, yo.
Oh.
So I
And
broke
they have a baby and they're going to name it after you? Gross. So gross.
It's so much worse than you predictioned. So I broke up with him immediately and cut contact with my sister. She apologized many times after to the point where I had to block her number. She apologized but continued to see him, and pretty soon she found out she was pregnant.
Boy.
She was having a girl. I hadn't contacted her at all in the whole 9 months. Then I got a call from my mom. She's crying so happily, telling me my darling sister had a baby and named the baby's middle name after me. I was disgusted and told my mom how gross that was that she got pregnant with my ex and is now naming the baby after me. Oh. I came to the hospital and I told my sister the same thing, but of course my family jumped to her defense, calling me an asshole and saying I should feel touched that my niece would have my name in her own, like it was some special reward for my sister screwing my boyfriend. I said the exact same thing and got shamed and insulted by my family members, saying I'm an ungrateful asshole. So, am I the asshole?
No.
Holy
You're
shit.
completely justified for feeling that way.
That's so gross.
That is
Disgusting.
First of all, your sister has zero emotional or situational awareness or intelligence for that matter.
Same with your boyfriend.
Same with your boyfriend. Y'all be fucking and then I got no words. Oh my
You know
God,
what?
It baffles me.
This, like many other stories we do, it always, baffle me is a good word, baffles me that the family takes the asshole's side.
Yes.
How many times have we seen this where the sister or the brother or whoever fucks over their sibling in a horrible way, and the family's like, "Oh, you gotta get over it." Like they didn't just fuck their ex it was their boyfriend at the time, and have a fucking child with him, and then name that child after the fucking.
And I feel
OP.
so bad for the freaking child because it's like automatic built-in resentment.
Nah, fuck
You
that
know?
baby.
Oh damn, this baby didn't do shit.
That's what he's talking about. The built-in resentment.
Yeah, I hate that baby.
It's because they were fucking. That's why the baby happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That DNA's 50% evil and 50% evil. It just can't be good, you know?
it's oh my god. It's
Or maybe it's two
disheartening.
negatives. Make a positive.
I've seen. It's just for some reason this past month, all the stories we've been doing. There's been a lot of backstabbing involved with family.
Yes.
It's what y'all drinking lately? That's my question.
What's
like,
in
what
the
hell?
eggnog?
I know.
Damn. So, Sean, you were a little off with this prediction.
I don't know. I said you're not the asshole.
You did say that. Yeah, okay, fair enough. The overall prediction was correct, but the
Consent. 3 for 3, baby.
fair enough. Do you want to extend upon your judgment?
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I have much more to say than you guys. It's just so gross. Like, literally, I don't know if you were sexually active with your boyfriend at the time, but I would imagine so.
Yeah, they didn't say
and-
ages, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. You can have a baby at any age, I guess. But I'm with you 100%. That's fucking weird. Your niece's dad is someone that's been with both of y'all.
She probably moaned your name. Moaning your name. That's why they named it.
And they're like, this is in memory of our matchmaker. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So gross.
yeah.
So bad.
Can I also add how conniving the sister and the boyfriend was? They probably thought like, oh, my sister can't make it to the party because she has work.
Yeah.
So let's fuck that day.
Jesus.
This is the exact same vibe as the kitchen fucker.
Oh yeah.
True.
The counter.
Actually,
It was Emmy.
this might be worse.
Oh, this is definitely worse. Well,
They-
I mean, they weren't
because
married.
they actually got
They weren't
pregnant.
married.
They're both equally evil, I think.
They're both bad.
Because
They
they
both
were
suck.
they were married, but also they didn't name their kid after
Yeah.
OP, so it's like hit and miss.
Not too late.
It's not too late. You are correct on that. A couple months, we'll get another Am I the Asshole? Yeah, not the asshole. I do find these Am I the Assholes funny. You know, when it's like, yeah, you're clearly not the asshole. I don't know why you had to write this one out.
It's
Clearly
so
funny, but then the
extreme.
family being like, how could
True.
you?
I-
Makes it be like, dude, what?
I'd slap every single one of those family members
Oh,
on site.
I wouldn't talk to any of them ever.
I'm an
again.
asshole. Wham! Slap them.
But maybe that's why they write these, because they're like, my whole family is against me. What? Like, am I the asshole? Like, I'm very confused when it's very clear that you're not. You know what I mean?
They're so problematic. God damn.
Yeah, it is problematic. All right. So, Sean, 3 for 3. 2 not the assholes.
Sean should be the only one that predicts shit nowadays. It's not even fun anymore.
Why?
I like
No, I'm
when
just
John
kidding.
guesses something and then Sean goes, no, I think this. And it's the
That's-
opposite. And then it's like,
Sean's
damn,
always
that's
right, yeah.
bang on. Shit. I have to read this whole story that he just predicted.
He'd be low-key lurking on the subreddit and knowing all this shit already.
Dude, I literally never read any of the Am I the Assholes.
Yeah, come on, John. Sean's name isn't in any of these, so he's not
That's
finding
true.
these.
I don't
right.
even watch our show. You think I'm doing extra work on top of
Your wife watches, gives you the summary of it.
I guess you could say that. She does watch now.
All right, let's get into our final story. So this one comes from user Broadway Muppet and Lazy Y Bra, something like that. And this is, am I the asshole for canceling the plans for Thanksgiving after my parents called my brother's baby their first grandchild?
Oh,
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, definitely not the
immediately not the
asshole.
asshole.
Okay. Why are you saying that?
I'm assuming Opie has a child, and they
Okay.
I assume the Opie has like a child that may be like adopted or like a stepchild or something, to where the parents are like, this is the first real one.
I want a DNA test hung up on your living room. No,
Yeah, that was the story that I was gonna go with. I'm like, maybe they did not approve of the spouse or something. So
could be that. All right. Well, let's see. You both have the same prediction this time, which is not
United.
as fun for me. I like when you guys are torn apart, but
yeah, we're mega minds right now. Touching.
Yeah.
We're holding hands
Thoughts,
spiritually.
oh wow.
I would hold Sean's hand virtually and physically.
And physically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not me?
And if you subscribe to our Patreon, it'll be more than just holding hands.
Oh, God.
We'll be holding each other's Vienna sausages.
Just wait till we get 1,000 patrons. The type of disgusting content we give you.
Oh, one of our patrons said when we hit 1,000, we should hook ourselves up to one of those labor machines while we answer questions.
I will cry.
Honestly, I've been wanting to do that anyway. I'll do that for 200 patrons.
Hey, yo,
I don't
chill.
know.
Hey, I'm not ready for that. No. Come on. You got to
500. 500 at
Hey,
least.
hey, motherfucker. They said 1,000, all right? Let's
All
go
right.
with 1,000.
All right,
God
all right.
damn.
We'll
Y'all want
see.
to
I'll do that shit right now.
Nah, I can't do it. I am a bitch when it comes to pain. I don't know how y'all can do that shit because it's,
Listen,
I'm
I don't
good.
think
I
I'll
got-
do well.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do well, but I'm like, it'll bring us closer to our partners.
Yeah,
I got
true.
that. I got tased one time and that shit does not feel good.
Oh, I think that'd be cool to try.
See,
as
maybe
well.
that's why you're more
Hell
scared
no.
because you've been tased.
Yeah.
And
I
then
bet
me
you
and
that's
Josh
not-
have not
that's-
felt the.
I bet you that's nothing compared to like childbirth though. Like that's momentary
Oh, yeah.
pain.
Your flesh is ripping.
Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be painful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be awful.
We'll do it. We'll talk about it a bit more, but I just thought I'd
We can write that off with our new
Propose it.
LLC, guys. High
True,
five.
true. All right, so let's hop into the story. So I, 32 female, have been with my wife, Ava, 34 female, for 8 years now, but we've been married for 5. She was a single mom of 3 kids when we started dating. She had 2 daughters, which are now 10 and 12, and a son who is now 16. I've watched these kids grow up. I've read them bedtime stories, done bath time, the first days of school, PTA meetings, all of it. I very much consider them to be my kids, and they've been calling me mom for almost 6 years now. My brother Ivan, 28 male, has just had a baby girl with his fiancée Sarah, 27 female. I love my niece and my kids adore their cousin. My kids have been the only grandchildren on my family side since Ava and I got together, and there has never been a moment where the kids and my wife were treated like they didn't belong. My brother is their uncle, my mom and dad are their nan and pop, and the kids see my family as their family, and I've always thought my family felt the same way about them. The kids and I were over at my brother's house just hanging out, and my parents ended up dropping by with gifts for my niece. Ivan laughed when he saw the toys and told our mom and dad that they were going to end up spoiling her rotten. My mom said since my niece is their first grandchild, of course they have to spoil her. My kids were sitting in the living room with all of us, and my youngest daughter looked hurt when she realized what my mother had said. My son and 12-year-old didn't fully react to it, but I could tell it bothered both of them too. Sarah spoke up and said, "Oh, you mean first grandbaby, not first grandchild." My dad shook his head and replied that my niece was their first grandchild.
Double down?
Yeah.
You double down. You got the easy. You got the easy layup. Just fucking. Oh yeah. I misspoke.
Yeah,
then you
grandbaby, not
doubled
grandchild.
down.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. It hurts to be right sometimes. You know
it
what
does
I mean?
hurt. Does hurt. It would hurt more if Kevin wasn't there.
I know. He was crying, so I had to grab him.
Oh, little baby.
He's teething.
Yeah.
And he won't stop biting.
So I didn't want my kids to keep sitting there and listening to that, so I handed my son my keys and told him to wait in the car with his sisters. When they were gone, I asked my parents why the hell they said that my kids weren't their grandchildren, and my mom said that they couldn't be their grandchildren because they weren't really my children. My wife and I were going to be hosting Thanksgiving at our house this year, but I told my parents that if they didn't view my kids as their family, they could just host a meal at their own house with their real family while I spent the holidays with mine. I left before they could say anything else to me, and my wife and I have reiterated to the children that they will always be my kids, and I will always be their mom, regardless of our DNA. My brother is pissed at me now because he thinks that I reacted too harshly, and that I should try to see where my parents are coming from. My mom texted that she and her dad love the kids, but they still aren't their grandchildren, and she hopes that we can come to understand that because she doesn't want this to ruin my niece's first Thanksgiving. I haven't
Triple down,
Triple down.
brother.
Holy. I haven't replied back. I meant what I said, but I'm worried that maybe I'm reacting too harshly. So am I the asshole?
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah. That's brutal. Like you said, it's brutal that they doubled down and then texted later and were like, yeah, they're not our grandkids. Well, almost quadrupled down because when you told the kids to go to the car and then asked them why the hell they said that, they were like, oh yeah, they're not your kids, so they're not our grandkids. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Like,
You're the
not
worst
gonna treat them like
grandparents ever.
Yeah, like you're not gonna treat them like family. What the hell?
Yeah.
The thing is, they've been treating them like family, which is weird. I mean, which is good, but
That's
then they don't really
hypocritical
like
of them
they
then,
don't
yeah.
give them the label of
That's
grandchildren, which is weird.
Yeah.
But then it also sounds like, they're about to give more to this baby because quote unquote the first.
the first.
I mean, I get it. Babies, you spoil them a bit more, but yeah, it does sound like they are favoring them because they think of them as their actual grandchild.
It's the label that fucks it over. It's just like, okay, so what
Yeah.
have we been, what are the other kids have been doing here this whole time? Like,
Yeah.
y'all ain't shit to them or what?
Oh.
It's horrible.
It makes me so mad because it's like, it feels like they were treating them like family. And maybe now that they have a baby grandchild, that they're like, oh, this is the real one. This is what we've been waiting for kind of thing. And now they might treat the other three not as well. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, it feels like this is the start of that because they weren't afraid to say that in front of them, which pisses me off.
Shout out to the parent for
yeah.
sticking up for their kids.
Yeah.
Though. Like
That's
that's
bad.
fucking awesome.
Yeah. And also your brother.
Right in the room with them. Yeah, the brother fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely trash.
How are you not like seeing again? How are these families not seeing what they're doing is so hurtful and disrespectful?
4 times. They gave them an out 4 fucking times and they continued to double down on it. They were like, no, not our kid, not our grandkids. It's like, what the fuck? You could just apologize and say, no, that's not what I meant the first fucking time. And then it would have been fine. The kids wouldn't have cared. They would have realized. They would have been like, oh yeah, whatever, misspoke. But you fucking double down. Now they're going to know. They think of that every time.
They can feel that way privately. Yeah, they can feel that way privately all they want, but don't say that shit in front of the kids.
I mean, even privately, you're still an asshole.
I mean, still, but like, they're gonna think like that regardless. So
Yes.
it's like at least hold it in.
Yeah, don't be a dick in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there is an update. So we get to see what happened. My wife and I talked with all 3 of the kids separately and asked them what they wanted to do for Thanksgiving, if they wanted my parents there, if they wanted to still see them. My son and oldest daughter have made it very clear that they are mostly upset with my parents for hurting their younger sister's feelings, and they felt that if my parents apologized to her and tried to make it up to her, that they'd be okay with seeing them still.
Holy crap, so mature for their age.
These are
Yeah, I was about to
emotionally
say.
adult kids. Holy.
Very mature.
So mature. That means they were raised well. So
Yes, exactly. My 10-year-old took it the hardest out of the 3. For her, they're the only grandparents she's ever known, and this whole thing really crushed her. My wife and I explained to her and to all of our kids that none of this was her fault, that she didn't cause it, and that we're both equally her moms, and she is equally our kid no matter what the DNA says. She told us that she didn't want to talk to my parents, but she wanted me to make sure that they knew that she wasn't mad at them, she was just hurt. I called my dad and told him how hurt my kids were by what he and my mom said, and that I would greatly appreciate if they apologized to the kids for being inconsiderate of their presence and their feelings. My dad said that he and my mother never intended to hurt the kids' feelings, but they can't change the fact that those aren't their grandchildren, and that the kids shouldn't be so upset at the truth.
what's after 4? Deca down? Oh, that's 10.
Quint?
Is that 10?
Quentin?
Penta down?
Penta down.
Penta down. Oh my god. That's a deca. That's 10. Holy shit. though.
Jesus. I hung up on him. I know I can't make them view my kids as their grandchildren, but the fact that both of my parents are being so inconsiderate of the fact that they are seriously upsetting my children just makes this whole thing even worse. I texted my brother and told him that I was sorry if he felt that he was being put in the middle of something, but as parents, my priority is my kids, and I won't apologize for protecting them. I guess Sarah talked to him or something because he apologized to me and said he'd like for his daughters to have Thanksgiving with her aunts and her cousins. I did also thank Sarah separately for trying to salvage the situation with my parents. She's a total sweetheart, and I love her. Thanksgiving is going to be hosted at my house just without my parents there. It's unfortunate, but like I said, my kids are my priority, and I refuse to have them sit at a table with people who can't even take a minute to show them some empathy or basic kindness. I didn't expect that post to take off the way it did, so I wasn't able to respond to all of you because there were just so many, but I really appreciated your feedback and suggestions. So it sounds like the brother is making amends and he's doing the right thing and sticking by his sister against his asshole parents.
And his nieces and nephews.
Yes. Yeah, her family is what I should have said. You're right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they were like, I can't, like, in that situation, they felt like not only do the only set of grandparents I've ever had not consider me my grandparents, but like my uncle didn't stick up for me too. So it's like, coming from all over how fucked up and sad and disappointing all of that is.
But it sounds like these kids are like emotionally mature enough that they are willing and open to being like apologized to, which is, I'm sure if the uncle apologizes to them and talks to them, they'll be okay with him and his family, which is awesome because that's their cousin, that's their uncle, you know, that you want them to see each other. This is a weird one for me because so my brother has 3 kids and one of them is from his girlfriend's previous relationship. And so my mom and dad treat her just the same as she treats the other 2. Like they're equally grandchildren, you know what I mean? And they've never done it any other way. And so for me, it's weird that they would do that. It's weird to me that like they would even feel this way because it's like after 5 years, whatever it is, of them being with your family and in your family, how do they not feel like your grandchildren? You know what I mean?
Right.
How do you say those things to them? It's just heartbreaking more than anything.
Is that Kevin?
This guy is just biting me nonstop. Holy shit! That's why I'm
Sounds
like,
like a squeaky toy.
I can only record one episode at a time because I gotta take care of this fool.
Aw.
He bit me hard. Yeah, it's just saddening that you would think a family would be the one to treat you as such. To me, like at the end of the day, I'm just really happy that the brother like kind of saw like the bigger picture. It's like, hey, if I want a relationship with my sister moving forward, I gotta accept the fact that this is not saying a package deal, but she stands by her kids, and as she should, and that's amazing to see. The only thing I hope is for the parents is hopefully slowly but surely that their kids kind of distance away from themselves because they sound toxic as shit.
Yeah.
And hopefully like their Thanksgiving dinner is absolutely trash and unseasoned. So fuck y'all.
I hope the Thanksgiving dinner without their family there makes them realize that they are being the assholes in this scenario and that hopefully they learn from it and realize, oh, if we keep acting like assholes, we're not going to see either of our grandkids, So yeah, just a shitty situation. You're 100% not the asshole, by the way. I don't know if we said that, but I think it's very clear that you're not.
Definitely not.
Is there anything you want to add, Sean, before we move on?
Yeah, just 4 for 4.
Okay, Wendy's.
We'll see how you do in the bonus stories, Sean. See if you can go 6 for 6.
Ooh.
Oh, it's
There's only one way.
Unheard
There's only
of.
one way, Wikimaniacs, to find out if I go for 6.
If you subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. And we're going in right now. All right. That is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs.
Was I 6 for 6?
That is the question that
is
only
the
patrons
question.
can answer. We won't spoil it. So go check it out at patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. If you want to hear the last 2 stories, ad-free episodes, and see if Sean went 6 for 6.
And our favorite cookies.
And our favorite cookies. We talk about our favorite cookies. We get way off the rails, as we usually do. So
Yes.
let us know in the comments, were these people assholes or were they angels? You can let us know on YouTube, Discord, or on our subreddit. And if you want to hear more stories, I already did that. Shout out to our patron once again. Don't forget to hit subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you listen. And give the show a rating if you can on your platform or a thumbs up on YouTube. We appreciate that as well.
Ooh.
You can also share the
Stunning.
What's that?
No, I just said stunning, and that fucking TikTok meme that will, by the time this comes out, will be so old.
Oh.
Ignore me. Continue on. This was
Stunning.
bad. I didn't. Yeah. Please don't stop for me.
Or you can share the podcast with a friend. I know many people listen with their significant other.
We love to see it.
Play the drinking game.
And the drinking game. Add the drinking game in. Yeah. We'll get bingo going soon too. It'll be all around fun time when we listen live.
Quick question. Does this episode come out December 2nd?
Yes. That's why I did the
Ooh.
whole holiday thing.
Nice. Oh, December is coming up. I know Spotify Wrapped is usually come around like the
Ooh.
second half of
share.
second half of the month. So if we made it to your Spotify Wrapped, or you want us to be on your Spotify Wrapped, start listening to our episodes now. Binge.
Hell yeah.
Got a lot of episodes 2022.
To be fair, I think it cuts off in September. And so it wouldn't
God
be
damn
until
it, okay.
next year now listening. But, start early. And
Start early.
and
Yeah.
then we'll be in your 2023 Wrapped.
Remember,
And if you're day 1, share that shit. I
Even
want to see.
better.
Again, you're gonna have to tag me.
Nobody
but yeah,
knew-
Share that shit.
nobody knew us January, March, or February, March. So
True.
We had
That's
some
true.
patrons. Shout out to the
that's true.
The OGs,
Day
the
ones,
OGs.
yes.
Yeah.
We had our first 4 that stuck around. So love to see it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't forget, you can submit your own Am I the Asshole stories to us on our subreddit. You can also cross-post your favorite Am I the Asshole stories to our subreddit. And we have a Google Docs form. I forget what they're
Yes,
called.
I still haven't sent you the link. Oh, that's my bad. It's gonna be on the show notes.
That's okay. We'll put that in the show notes eventually. It should be in it now. If not, it'll be in it last week's. go fill out the form with Am I the Asshole Stories. You can put in whether it's a trigger warning needed or whatever have you. And yeah, it's an easy way to submit it anonymously if you want. That is it for this week. Thank you, John and Sean, for coming on and giving your takes. Thanks for your predictions. I love that. This is
damn it.
That's a
I'm
beautiful.
definitely making a graphic about that.
I picture a poster with Sean around a ball, and he's making a prediction. You know what I mean? I'm envisioning it.
You know what? I won't hate it if we make this into merch somehow. So if that's the goal, then I'm all for it.
John's also muted for some reason.
Oh, sorry, because Kevin was crying in the back. So I was trying to take it in. I'm like, okay, I got you. I'm trying to I'm not good at Photoshop. I just make shit up. But like, someone will probably come up with a better
We need to
idea.
hire someone to do shirts
People have reached out.
and posters.
There's a lot of people that reached out, and I've got my eye on one person. I like their work, so I'll probably contact them.
Yeah, reach out, and then we'll get started on something. All right, so thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode, and we will see you guys on Monday. Bye.
Toodles.
Bye. Hey, that's my sign.
Oh, you say toodles?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just kidding.
Bye.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power. For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean.